Trey Young to DiVincenzo. Jay, it wasn't that long ago. Atlanta won 60 games. Right now, what's the outlook for this franchise?
Well, the general manager, Travis Schlenk, has done a really good job in trying to build the culture, the right culture for the Atlanta Hawks. And that starts with their head coach in Lloyd Pierce. He got him as an assistant coach with the Philadelphia 76ers, and now he can also steal that tagline for the Hawks. It's time to trust the process all over again, but now in Atlanta, Georgia.
Jackson with it, trailing by 4. Alonzo Trier. That pass stolen by the Hawks.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
And counted at the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Jackson with it. Down 6. To Alonzo Trier. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Look, the reality is some players have it and some players don't. There's a reason why they call him the one.
Trey Young to DiVincenzo. Short jumper stays out.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short on the shot.
The pass set it all up.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Trey Young to DiVincenzo. Screen coming. Beasley. Pistons have it. Alonzo Trier to Griffin. Drummond knocked loose. Hawks come up with it. Here comes the screen. Trey Young. Here's a chance from long range. Buries the trifecta.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the 3.
Pistons ball here. Jackson to Griffin. Probing the defense to Jackson. Now a steal by Atlanta. DiVincenzo. From the outside, no good.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Number 55. I got ball.
Trey Young. Trying to cash in. Won't go. Jackson to Drummond. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Trey Young to Beasley. Andre Drummond snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Fires the 3. The hot shooting continues. He's got 12 in the first quarter, including that trifecta.
And Ed, did you see how quick his release was? There was no wasted motion from the waist up.
The big fella, Andre Drummond. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Nothing going here on that drive. Jackson To Griffin. Around the perimeter. Over to the right side. Detroit with 4 to shoot from long range. No good. That's great defense. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To DiVincenzo. Jay, I'm going to say that you don't know this, but since 1980, the Hawks have drafted only 4 players to have appeared in the All-Star game. Doc Rivers, Kevin Willis, Al Horford, and Jeff Teague.
Well, how about a guy named Dominique Wilkins? I'm sorry.
Oh, well, interesting that you'd ask. Dominique Wilkins was actually selected by the Utah Jazz. Can't connect. To Griffin. Jackson. For 3, his first effort off the mark. Trae Young to DiVincenzo. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Into the game for Detroit, number 27,
Fires the 3. Trae Young bothered just enough there. Deep right corner. Alonzo Trier to Reggie Jackson. Lets it fly from long range. Not that time. He missed it. Trae Young. Has a chance. Oh, looks like everyone's getting into the action.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Jackson with it. They trail by 1. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Trae Young. Beyond the arc for 3. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To Jackson. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Alex Len sends it away. It's Atlanta ball. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Jackson with it. His team up by 1. Reggie Jackson, 3 for 4. Good start.
Nasty. You better remember his number and not let that happen again.
Trae Young. The Hawks with 4 to shoot. 4-3. And Pachulia there to grab the rebound. Jackson. He connects. Sometimes you just have to go out there and make a tough play.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Stepping in for 24.
Short jumper off the mark. To Reggie Jackson. Kennard. Shot clock to 4 for the Pistons. Alex Len with the block. And they pounce. Curling inside, goes to the right side. To Ken Bazemore. From the painted area, won't go down.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Shot from the lane, won't go. To Jackson. Here comes the screen. Reggie Jackson against the Ukrainian Len. Deep 2 there, won't go. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Down for Collins. Trying to cash in. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
I got him. Here we go.
And finishes strong. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Reggie Jackson, he's now 4 for 6.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Here comes the screen. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. The Pistons have the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Jackson with it. The lead stands at 9. And scores. Strong take.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Has a look. doesn't get the bounce.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. That's going to be out of bounds. Hawks have it. Take stock of the floor. Knock loose. Pistons come away with it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Whoa! What a finish! That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Rebound to Detroit. To Luke Kennard. It goes down.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
To Ken Bazemore. Swings it. Beasley. Five to shoot for Atlanta. It's good.
2 points. The assist from number 35.
Jackson with it. His team on top by 13. Short jumper won't fall. To Beasley. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. To Reggie Jackson. And the basket good at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Ken Bazemore. Lays it up and in.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Jackson with it. The lead is 11. John Collins swats it. That pass stolen by the Hawks. To Beasley. To Ken Bazemore. Off the mark. To Luke Kennard. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created.
Let's do it.
Substitutions. Subbing in for the Detroit.
Pistons have it.
Number 55.
Is Smith. Gets it in the right corner to Smith. Here comes the screen. Trae Young to Beasley. Now a steal on a very lazy pass there.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
The screen sets him up for two.
I don't think these kind of shots are tough for Trae Young. You see, he's always been the smallest guy on the court, so he's had to finish through the trees. He's a lot tougher than he gets credit for.
Is Smith. Nothing going here on that drive. Detroit with 4 to shoot. To Griffin. Going to launch beyond the arc. Offensive rebound, Drummond. The big fella, Andre Drummond. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
Here we go. My ball.
Trae Young. To DiVincenzo. Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Here's a chance from long range. Missed it. It's the Hawks with the basketball. To Trae Young.
That's me. I got ball. Going up.
Shot from in close. No good. Now a steal by Atlanta.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Ish Smith. Easy path to the rim.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans can never do, even if you're not known for it.
Andre Drummond pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To DiVincenzo. To Beasley. And he'll go to the foul line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Dante DiVincenzo at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
I'm sorry, his name is not John Wall or Russell Westbrook. So why is he getting a free pass down the entire length of the floor?
Trae Young. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
The big fella, Andre Drummond. It's like he's shooting into the ocean. He has not missed.
And I'll never forget one of my first games playing as a rookie with the Bulls. I talked to Steve Nash, and Steve Nash always used to tell me, the more you come out and you get your teammates involved, the easier it will be for you to score down the stretch. Think about it. You come out, you get 7, 8 quick assists, then a ball fake on the next possession. He bit, easy layup.
Won't go. He needs some luck on his side, given how they're defending.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Ish Smith. Probing the defense. Down to Griffin. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
DiVincenzo. Big finish at the rim. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Screen coming. Fires the three. Off the mark. No good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Corner three at the buzzer. It's good. And it gets them closer as we reach the end of the first half. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Pistons are feeling comfortable at the halfway mark. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Detroit Pistons. The Hawks are down at halftime and in need of some momentum. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. These are the guys getting buckets for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Detroit Pistons are showing us what consistent effort can get you in this league. You don't just create this many second chances without being relentless.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game. Here we go with the top plays from the first half. All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Jackson with it. His guys holding the big lead. Here comes the screen. Jackson to Drummond. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Curling inside. Baseline drive, but he can't finish. DiVincenzo goes to the right side. Here comes the screen. Trae Young to Beasley. Blake Griffin able to recover with the block. Jackson with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Here comes the screen. Reggie Jackson. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
I got him.
Screen coming.
Green, I got your help.
to Trae Young. 5 to shoot. Trae Young. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. Jackson with it. Looking to make something happen. That pass stolen by the Hawks.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
To DiVincenzo. Missed that one. You want to see more, knowing the defender was still right there. Jackson with it. He'll run the offense. Now a steal by Atlanta. From the painted area, won't go down.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Trae Young to DiVincenzo. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
Jackson. Screen coming.
Swing coming right, swing coming right, swing coming right.
To Drummond. And the finish at the rim.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
To DiVincenzo. Andre Drummond tips it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Drummond. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Hawks with the basketball. To DiVincenzo. Short jumper off the mark.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Trae Young to DiVincenzo. Here comes the screen.
Big screen right there, big screen.
Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. Stuffs it down with authority.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Pistons have it. Alonzo Trier. Cruises inside for 2.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Now the Hawks coach gonna call a timeout as the coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Trae Young. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Ish Smith down low for Griffin and throws it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Trae Young to Beasley. DiVincenzo. The Hawks with 4 to shoot.
Watch your back, watch your back, watch your back.
Not that time. To Drummond. Able to convert inside.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Here's Atlanta. To Beasley. Deep right corner. Has a look. Rebound Drummond.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Has a chance. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
Number 14, Ish Smith.
To DiVincenzo.
Hands up, hands up.
Short jumper stays out. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. To Trae Young.
Can't guard you, can't guard you. Got a mismatch. Got a mismatch.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First one, count it.
Substitutions at one. Subbing in for the Detroit Pistons, number 4, Wesley Johnson.
And gets both to drop it.
All right, let's do it.
Substitutions, Detroit. Into the game for Atlanta, number 14.
Trae Young. To Beasley. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. Jackson to Griffin. Missed a wide open look. And gets to the basket. Jay, he knew exactly where he was going with it.
It was gorgeous. I love the way he shows you the ball, then cradles it and lays the ball in as smooth as butter.
Jackson to Luke Kennard. Nice pass to set things up.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
From long range. Message received. Well defended. Here's Atlanta with the basketball. Trae Young. Here comes the screen. Defense making the ball handler work. Surveys the floor. A pass down low to Beasley. No good. To Griffin. Jackson to Griffin. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Here comes the screen. To Beasley. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
One of the hardest working guys in the league, and that's how he got his money. That's his skill set. That weight room continues to pay off.
Yes, And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. It's Atlanta ball.
I got ball.
Sizing up the defense. Trae Young to Beasley. He gets it.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Reggie Jackson, not that time. Torian Prince rejects it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
That's going to be out of bounds. Trae Young. The drive.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
To Beasley. And the rebound taken by Zaza.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's that easy, and you never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To Luke Kennard. Trae Young. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Trae Young. To Beasley for three. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Another shot won't go either. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there. He'll let one fly from half court. The Pistons are the winners as they win this one in blowout fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Pistons won this matchup with a significant margin. What really stood out for me is how many times they scored on second-effort plays. It takes heart to keep up that kind of execution, and these guys were relentless. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Detroit Pistons. The Hawks are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout. And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united. Check out the leading scores for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game track. Fast break points.
The Atlanta Hawks can look back at this game and point to their poor transition defense as the primary reason for today's loss. Too often, they found themselves out of position once the outlet passes were finding their intended targets. Their lack of hustle was pretty obvious in the opening half.
Player of the game. Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the upcoming games for the Atlanta Hawks. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.